Hi guys. So I wanted to come on and just remind us that we can step more and become more the observer of our realities. Especially now with what's happening, the things, all the things happening. There's always things happening with the world, right? Becoming the observer is going to allow us to create the real distance that we need. The real social distance that we need to have occur is the social distance happening between your monkey chatter mind and what is actually happening in the present moment. Okay, and before you define the present moment with descriptors of the future, see if you could acknowledge the observer and the presence of the observer. The observer is found in the presence, in the present mind, the present moment, sorry. So be the observer in these times. There are many states of being in which you can embody. You can step into the what if scenarios all day long, and you might or might not be right depending on what we signed up for in this journey. However, you still have the right to go into all directions with your monkey mind. What I would encourage us to do is to step more into a zone of feeling. This is a beautiful opportunity for us to step into our heart space, our sensing zone, where we can begin to intuit. Amazon's here. Graceful. We can step into a place of, we can step out of our minds, right? It might actually serve us to step outside of our minds, step outside of our dualistic thinking, how we run ourselves around in circles and circles and circles, chasing our tail with our monkey mind. Come into a definitive place of feeling our internal light and strength. Like it's like a column, you can feel it, like a column of light that says, I am the observer. I am not a part of the game, but I'm observing it, and it's found in the present. So that's my recommendation, my suggestion for us, my encouragement for all of us during this time is to become more the observer, guys. Step into that observer role and see, literally observe how that feels to be the observer. The outer world, we have always known we have very little control over. There are so many imbalances in this world, so many things that aren't fair, that aren't right, that are wrong, that aren't good, that are bad, all this dualistic. If it's not one, it's the other. We are in a time right now where we need to juggle both. We need to juggle both being present and being prepared. And there is a fine line between being present and prepared and being in fear and projecting stories into the future of how you think it's going to go. I'm not saying be willy-nilly and throw caution to the wind, but being present comes with a certain humility. Being present comes with the humility that you don't know the future. There's also an empowerment found in the present. And that empowerment is you can only truly be in the present. You can only control what's happening in this moment. You can only control you within that moment, within this moment. And so cultivating during this time of self-isolation or however you step outside, be observant of your internal dialogue. Be observant of your internal chatter and where your mind goes. Are you being present? Are you staying present? This is the call. Some of us might be bored right now, not knowing what to do. We've gone on several walks around our block. We've binged watched everything on Netflix. What else do? You're left to your own devices. And so we find ourselves sitting down with ourselves, always with ourselves. And the space to go next is into the now moment. It's to go deeper into the now, guys. Deeper into the now. There's a lot of ways to view this right now. And we are all in this together. So there's a comfort there. We all need to find other ways. We're all going to find ways of negotiating with each other during this time. And we already are negotiating with each other. And depending on how flexible we can be, and this is why I love stretching and breathing, is because we allow, with every stretch, with every physical stretch, we're allowing ourselves to stretch our minds, to expand within our own physical bodies, to expand our minds, and to stay curious. So whatever it is that you feel called to do that will make you expand in this time of unknown uncertainty, what are the things? What are the things that ground us? What are the things? It's presence. One of them is presence for sure. We can always find ourselves right here, right now. And in this moment, most likely, all is well for you, unless you're hanging off a cliff, you're not on your phone. If you're on your phone, sitting, watching this right now, most likely, in this precise moment, all is well. The stories may be going on in your head. The stories may be continuing. My painting fell down. But there are certain things you can't control. And how you respond to it, my painting, may be broken. But my response is what I control. Control the controllables, guys. Much love to you, and I will talk to you soon.